Hello. In this video, I wanted to share the 6 lessons I learned when launching my app and website blocker to iOS. And if you're new here, this is the Coding Hub, and we share useful coding-related content. So let's get started. Number 1, and probably the most important one, is App Store Optimization, or ASO for short. Creating an app is one thing, but getting people to download it is another. Having a well-optimized app name, description, and keyword can ensure consistent traffic to your application page. It's how people find it when they're searching on the App Store for your application. Using a tool such as Astro can help in finding keywords with low competition and good traffic. It can be expensive, so I used ChatGPT to generate keywords, and you can use ChatGPT to generate your initial keywords for you. And it's a great starting point. You can experiment with different keywords after, and yes, so on. I'll have a link to Astro where you can find it in the description if you'd like to try it out. It's a great tool for finding some of those low competition but high popularity keywords. Cool. So, number 2. Once you make the app, you probably want to monetize it. You want to make money. So here are a few choices from the way I see it. You can have a free app with ads. So free plus ads. Or you can have a subscription-based app. You can have a paid app in the App Store, so one that just costs money. And you can have all sorts of variations with this. You can have a free app with ads, but a subscription-based model for some premium features. You can have a free app with ads, but then in-app purchases to remove the ads, and things like that. But for my particular app, what I did was I went for the subscription-based model. And the reason for this is I kind of wanted to experience what creating a subscription-based app was like and what sort of implementation that looked like. And yeah, basically, for me, ads in apps is not very natural. I think unless you can figure out a way to position your ads in your app that feels very natural, I don't think it's a great idea having ads in your app. For example, social media apps do this very well, where they have the ads within your feed, and sometimes you don't even know that it's an ad. So it's a great way of doing it. And something like YouTube, where people are used to watching adverts in between the shows they watch on TV, is also a great implementation of ads in a product. But for my particular application, I just wanted to create features and provide an ongoing list of features and improvements as the app was progressing. And the only way to do this is by having a subscription-based app in order to provide that continuous improvement to the app to users who want to use it. And that's actually one area that the App Store isn't very good. For example, remember when we used to buy Photoshop 2 and then again for Photoshop 3? There was a really easy way of doing that, and there's not for the App Store. So to monetize my subscription app, I used Revenue Cap, which is a great paywall that you can also use. What it does is it allows you to put a paywall in your application, and you can actually have this same paywall across different apps. So you can have an iOS, on Android, and even on the web. And the great thing about it is the Revenue Cap is actually free, up to $2,500 per month of tracked revenue, and then 1% afterwards. So it's very good to implement initially because it saves you time for implementation, and you can also make changes to your paywall without having to submit new changes to the App Store. so you don't have to submit updates on the App Store. So yeah, it's very good. One thing I did also play around with, and it's another topic here. So number 3 is AdMob and placing ads. I did create a different app which did use ads in it. And the thing is, using AdMob was extremely easy, and Google has some great tutorials on how to set this up. And there will be a link in the description if you are interested. But the problem with ads in your app is that you need a lot of people to always be using your app. I created a metro map app for the capital city of Bulgaria, and I'm banking on the fact that commuters will need to use this app every day. So I thought an ad-based system is okay, maybe. Also, the London Tube app also uses ads to monetize their application. So yeah, I'd say depending on the type of application you're creating, you'd want to monetize it differently. Number 4, creating your app screenshots. So the app screenshots is a key to increasing your conversion on the App Store. So having a lot of traffic to your app page and having a very well ASO optimized homepage is great, but things like reviews and app screenshots are the things that will get your users to convert. And as a bonus, adding a video to the app also helps with conversions. I personally use something like Fiverr to create my app screenshots, and they were great for a reasonable price. So I'm not a great graphics designer, so I basically just sent screenshots of my application to I can't remember who it was, but it was someone on Fiverr, and they took my app screenshots and created a really nice looking 6 screenshots for both mobile and iPad. And yeah, they look amazing and they're great. I'd definitely recommend it. Number 5 is localization. Uh, Localization, for those of you who don't know, is basically making your app translated into different languages in order to target people from different parts of the world. And this is very important. Having more languages supported is great, as you can target a wider range of users. What I'm doing is translating the app using Google Translate, which is not great, but it is cheap and quick. And once I have users in that location and I get some feedback from those users about the translations, and if any of the translations are bad, I do go and spend some money on translating using something like the PO editor. So the PO editor is a translation platform, and it can integrate well with your workflow. And they're also very reasonably priced. You can also create localization for your app description, name, and keywords is also very important as your app then becomes more targeted in those particular regions. And finally, it wouldn't be a YouTube video if we don't talk about AI. So for me creating this application, I use ChatGPT. ChatGPT can be great, and there are a lot of people using vibe coding to create stuff. I personally haven't got it working that well. I have over 10 years of industry experience, and I can smell AI code a mile away. A bit like when you see a blog and you can just tell it's AI written. It almost never works, and you spend more time debugging and fixing the stuff it does spit out. But what it is actually good for is for the things I'm not that good at. For example, writing an app description, generating app keywords. I found works really well for those types of things, especially as I'm not a native English speaker. And yeah, I'd recommend using AI for the areas you don't know or you're not very good at. But if you are a developer and you want to create the app, I'd recommend if you use AI, make sure you check everything it does thoroughly and use it as a baseline rather than the majority of the code, if that makes sense. And those are the 6 lessons in my journey to launching an iOS app. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like to help me out. And if you want to become a software engineer in 2025, please check out this video here.